Kathleen said some things, oh, that resonated with me. Those are the things that I face in mine. But is this really something I'm just supposed to experience? Is it something I'm going to be able to take home? Is it something I'm going to be able to use? And, you know, you are not alone, okay? I want to tell you, 80% of the people, I think, my guess would be about 80% of the people who go to art of hosting, new concept, art of hosting, spend the first day and a half going, this is fun. What do I do with this? You know, truly. And why you hear me the tenets of that, really importantly, and that is watch for the things, the one or two things that resonate with you. And for us, when we went, and I had even had an introduction because Mark had gone before, and I'd gone to that little training with those guys, and I still felt the same way. I still was very confused for about a day and a half. And so just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up, because we didn't have anybody go tell us ahead of time some of the ways that they used it. So we thought maybe 3 of us or so would talk, just give a quick example of how we have used it, and it's been helpful. So you can kind of maybe frame it in looking at the things that we do, thinking in those terms. The story I would like to share, and the way I've used it, happened actually before I even took the training. Mark had gone, and he came home really excited about wonderful stuff, telling me this idea, and this idea. No context or anything, but I still caught on to one of the ideas. And I was starting a new ministry in our area. It's a community garden. It's a whole garden ministry that has nutrition education and organic garden and all of that thing. I was bringing in people that had never worked together before, and we had to do this very quickly. I mean, we finally got the okay. We hadn't even tilled up the area on Easter Sunday last year, so we had a lot of work to do very quickly. And I had people coming together that had like either organic, the actual gardening experience, or they had the nutrition experience, or whatever. So when we brought our meetings together, one of the things that he had said to me is, you know, brought up this idea of maybe having people work on, you know, having a statement or a question that was important to them, and people could break out into what they were interested in. So I started my meetings. We came together, and someone else and I had chosen 3 things that needed to be worked on that night, and we raised 3 questions and said, go to whichever table interests you. That went pretty well. And we got all of the things done. I mean, we did that all for about 6 months. And then we took a little bit of a break after the garden was done. And we came back, and there was a meeting that, 2 meetings that we just had to meet all together and talk, because we had a lot of stuff we just needed to talk about. And at the end of the second meeting, one of the people looked at me and said, Brenda, can we go back to the old way of meeting? In other words, the ways that they were able to get things done, do what they were interested in, express themselves, was very meaningful to them. And so that's just one way that I took an idea from here, and it was very successful. It wasn't an actual whole program of anything, but it was an idea.